My mom and dad raised us here, actually, in this house. I live in the house that I grew up in, which is neat. Dad's a doctor, mom's a school teacher. And so my first job out of college was working on Capitol Hill for J. Bennett Johnston, which really had a dramatic effect on the rest of my life.
Ross and I met in junior high, and we remained friends for the next 9 years, and then we got married. Life just seemed to take us in the same directions. We ended up at the same high school, and we ended up at the same college, and then we both ended up in Washington, D.C. post-college, and it was there that we started dating and got married after he finished law school.
I grew up in this house ever since I was little. My dad has been the guiding force of our family. He was always there. Anything we had, whether it was soccer practice or a Broadway musical play, he was there showing up.
One of my favorite things about Ross is what a phenomenal father and leader he is to our family.
Growing up, my dad really just did everything he could to please us. There's 4 girls, I'm number 3, and he was always just the best father figure. He did everything possible to make us smile.
He makes a very big point to tell us we know we're the best thing in his life, and we know how loved we are. This makes me cry, but he makes everyone around him want to be better. He genuinely does, and he expects a lot of people, but he also will walk with you through that process. But he's also an extremely faithful person.
Ever since I was a kid, he's really instilled in me the saying, prior preparation prevents poor performance. He says that almost every day.
My dad's middle name is Pryor, and my whole life he's always said prior preparation prevents poor performance.
And it really has reminded me to just work hard, to do my best at everything I possibly can. And he really does lead by example. That's the saying that he lives by, and it's one that I have lived by.
My first time kind of understanding his involvement in the community was when he got involved with the Committee of 100. And I saw all of the wonderful things that he was able to do with the Committee of 100, and then more recently helping out with Centenary College, which I think is incredible just because Shreveport is such a special place to him and our family. And I think it's another thing that he taught us growing up was it's important to give back to the place that's given you so much.
Ross was one of the first people that I met when I started the interviewing process for the head coaching position at Centenary. He was an intricate part of bringing the program back and really laying the foundation of unifying our city and helping the college through the great game of football.
Ross served in every leadership capacity you can think of in our church, especially in the fundraising area. Whenever we began our building programs, he was one of the leaders in helping us to raise the funds that made those buildings that we have now a reality. He also was someone that was a part of the strategic planning of the church over the years. He was one of those voices that when he spoke, I always listened because Ross saw things that I didn't see. He was one of those young men that I could turn to and say, what do you think about this? Knowing that I wouldn't get an answer I wanted to hear, but what he really thought the congregation needed to hear.
He's a hard worker. He is a servant leader. He's always, again, giving back to his family, giving back to his community in any way he can. He's giving 110%. He is leading by example, and he is leading in his best way to lead how Christ would lead. And I think that is the reason he is such a wonderful role model and such a huge role model in my life. Is I hope that one day I can be half the person that he is.
Years ago when he first came, he taught a children's Sunday school, or young people's Sunday school class, and my son was in the class. And he came home one Sunday and said, you know, Dad, I really like Mr. Ross. He is a fantastic teacher. In fact, he is so smart. I said, you mean he's smarter than me? Dad, there's no comparison. He's so much smarter than you, it's pitiful. Kind of hurt my feelings, but it's true.
He's a world changer. He's someone who dreams big, think big, and go for it.
I always marvel how he has the time to invest in so many projects and so many people.
And he's a very resourceful person, I would say. And you can just see it. You can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. But, I would tell you that, what always shines and comes through is his heart for the people, and especially the children. You know, he loves the mentorships. He'll come talk to my team and help them with life skills. And he's a W guy, whatever, whenever, whatever you need, whenever.
One of the things he tells our children is, you're blessed to be a blessing, and always remember that. And so he feels like in his life that he's been very fortunate and poured into. And so I think that that's where part of his commitment to others comes from.
It's important because we're never guaranteed tomorrow. People assume that things will always be the same, and that's not true. And so, when I leave this world, if, I've created value, equity value, and created wealth while leaving a lasting impact on people, I will have done my job.
Ross loves junior achievement, always has.
I think junior achievement is incredibly important to our community. I think having people like my dad and other members of the community helping give back to younger children in the community is incredibly important.
So I've actually been a judge for the Crazy Ideas Entrepreneurship Program, and my friend Trey Smith and I actually taught junior achievement to seventh graders one year. It's really important to instill free enterprise into people. My friend John Beard always says, no margin, no mission. And so the free enterprise system allows you to create wealth, and then in a giving community like ours, to take those profits and then give to those who might not have as much as you.
Well, the children are our future. If we don't invest in them, how can we have a bright future?
My dad is such a good example of pouring back into the communities, pouring back into places that have helped you so much and helped you grow so much. And that is what I am trying to do in my life today.
His leadership has been one of the greatest blessings to First Methodist Shreveport that I know of.
But I have known him for 40 years, and he's the same person in all those years. So he's the greatest decision in my life, for sure.
I'd like to thank my family, and I'd like to thank my lovely wife, Allison. I couldn't do it without her. 26 great years married, and she's been with me through the thick and the thin of it, and always there to support. So I love you.
I'd like to close by congratulating you, Ross, for being a 2025 Junior Achievement Laureate.
Ross, congratulations. You really, really deserve this award. You've worked so hard, you've committed yourself, and we know that every dream needs a team, and you are the MVP of the dream team for so many people. Thank you for what you do, and may God bless you and keep you.
Congratulations, Dad. You are the most deserving man of this award. I'm so incredibly proud of you, and I'm even more proud to be your daughter. I love you.
Dad, I'm so proud of you. You deserve this more than anyone. Congratulations. I love you.
I love you. I could not be more proud of you. I am blessed every single day to get to walk through this life with you. You're the very best decision that I have ever made in my life. Congratulations.